Hello everybody, it's time for the Game of the Week. First game of the year for the Eagles of Southfield Christian taking on Ann Arbor Pioneer. Southfield Christian wants to speed up the game and not just settle for jumpers, and they want to avoid any extended scoring droughts. The Pioneers want to value every possession. Their guards have got to defend, and they need to convert from beyond that three-point line. Key players to watch for in tonight's matchup: number 24, Noah Osabor, big man for the Pioneers in the middle, and their talented point guard, number 3, Drew Lauder. Just a sophomore, but he knows how to play the game of basketball. Southfield Christian is locked and loaded, talent from top to bottom, starting with their point guard, number 2, Caleb Hunter. Good on the drive, good with the shot. And as always, watch out for number 21, Bryce Washington. He can do it all for the Eagles, and he is a high riser. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, your Game of the Week.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, tipping off the 2016-17 season. This game coming to you from Ann Arbor Pioneers. Southfield Christian, instant offense off of the tip. Basket's good by number 10, Trenton Temple. Just like that, Southfield Christian has their first lead of the season. Going man-to-man. Boarded by number 1, Harlan Beverly. He'll bring it up himself. Gets it down low. Good defense by Ann Arbor Pioneer on number 10, Trenton Temple. Pull-up jumper by Pioneer won't go. Good position for the Eagles on the defensive boards. Tough D coming down. Harlan Beverly looked good going behind the back, then got a little tripped up. First game of the season for these two teams. Southfield Christian puts on a half-court trap, slows down the Pioneers. Christian now drops to a zone. Another jumper from the elbow, too hard from Pioneer. Stolen by number 1, Cedric Benton. He sees a lane. He takes it all the way to the hole and scores it. Benton hustling back the other way, tips it out of bounds. Head coach for the Pioneers, Rex Stanzak, loving the hustle. Southfield Christian with their first offensive set. Three-pointer from the left side, a little long. Boarded by Cedric Benton. Here he comes up left side. Forces it down low, defended there. Pioneer kicks it back out, resets. Three-pointer from the right side, no good. Long board for guard Drew Lauder. Drives it, kicks it out. Morrow with it. Stolen by number 2, Caleb Hunter. He'll drive, he'll scoop. Not gonna get the shot. Caleb Hunter going to the line. Double clutch, drawing the contact. Couldn't get the shot to go, but he's got 2 free throws coming up. Fouls on number 3, Drew Lauder for Pioneer. Hunter off the mark on his first free throw. Head coach Josh Baker for the Southfield Christian Eagles. Both coaches looking for the right early combinations here in the first game of the season. Southfield Christian in man-to-man defense. Forcing Pioneer way out on the perimeter. Double team here. Great aggressive defense by Brock Washington. Ref said he's a little too aggressive. He'll pick up a foul. Cut off by Harlan Beverly. He kicks it out. Three-pointer from the right side for Mo Sumaro. Cross-court pass. Bryce Washington drops it down low. Working hard, number 10, Trenton Temple. Missed the shot, got his own offensive board. And he gets fouled on the putback. No, Osabor didn't like that call. There was contact. So the ref said that was on the floor. Woo! Scoop and score for number 21, Bryce Washington. Long down court pass to Osabor. Beautifully defended by Washington. Osabor thought he had an easy two, and Washington hustled back for the block. Bryce fires for three from the right side. That's no good. Ann Arbor Pioneer had a great outlet to number 24, Osabor. Just a super defensive play by Bryce Washington. Tough man-to-man. Drive to the hole by number 1, Cedric Benton. No good. Eagles come up with it. Outlet. Score it! Number 1, Harlan Beverly with his stuff. Nice feed from Caleb Hunter. Southfield Christian up by 1. Midway through the first quarter. Number 0 is Mo Sumaro. He's able to slice through 3 Eagle defenders. Draws a contact. He's going to the line shooting 2. Furious pace so far here in the early season action. We'll see who's got the better conditioning program as we move into the latter stages of this game. One out of 2 for Sumaro, ties it up. Caleb Hunter on the drive left side. Nice little shake and bake crossover. Rejected by Osabor, but there was contact. Again, they call it on the floor, no shot. The referees call a little traveling call on Brock Washington. Turnover to the Pioneers. First substitutions of the game coming here early in the first quarter. Number 11, Jack Fitzgerald checking in for Pioneer. Long three-point attempt is good. Downtown for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Bryce Washington back the other way, twisting, can't get it to go. Pioneers on the run. Up for 24, Noah Osabor. He gets it to go. All of a sudden, Ann Arbor Pioneer with a spark. Quick 5 points in a row. Southfield Christian coach Josh Baker wants to talk it over. Timeout in the ball game. Southfield Christian down 5 here early in the first quarter of the first game of the year. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you can follow Cable 15 Sports on Twitter to find out when the next game will be covered, the time the game will air, the scores, the highlight. It's all there at hashtag Cable 15 Sports. Since you're already on Twitter, check out Cable 15 Sports' Instagram page to see photos of the game. Cable 15 Sports on Twitter and Instagram. Your home for the game of the week. Southfield Christian coach Josh Baker trying to slow things down. Get a reset for his Eagles. Bryce Washington drives, kicks it out. Cross court to Brock Washington. Throws it up, draws the contact. Good offensive players, when they feel the contact, they know they just got to get the shot off and they're going to the free throw line. Brock Washington can't get the bounce on his first. Tonight's game obviously coming to you from Ann Arbor Pioneer. Kitty corner to the big house here in Ann Arbor. Brock Washington looking to dial it in on his free throws. Pass underneath saved. Kick back out. Pioneer resets. 21 Jack Foster also in the game. Down low. Count it for number 24 Noah Osabor. Southfield Christian not able to move him out of the key. Osabor a factor early down low. Squeezes the pass in. Beautiful bounce pass down low to number 10 Trenton Temple. He turns and gets it up and in. Southfield Christian still down 5. Nice drive on the left side by Cedric Benton. He's off the mark. Up for Brock Washington. Scoops it and scores it. Southfield Christian getting out on the run now. 3-point attempt for Ann Arbor Pioneers. Cedric Benton is no good. Fighting for the rebound. Southfield Christian knocks it out of bounds. Caleb Hunter returns for the Eagles, as does Mo Sumaro for the Pioneers. Dejan Humphrey in for the Southfield Christian Eagles. Was trying to keep Noah Osabor out of the key. He picks up a foul. Pioneer forced to send it out on top. See if their set offense can produce some points. Southfield Christian, kind of a flex zone. Nice pass down low. Shot wouldn't go for Jack Foster. Noah Osabor working hard on the offensive glass. He picks up a foul. Osabor gets tangled up with Dejan Humphrey. Trenton Temple bringing it up for the Eagles of Southfield Christian. Got it back to within 3. They're looking to get it closer, even tie it up here. Caleb Hunter looking to penetrate. He'll take a 2-point shot and hit it just inside the arc. Caleb Hunter brings the Eagles back to within 1. Long down court pass intended for Mac Powell. He could not get the handle, a little high. Eagles basketball. 1:10 to go here in the first. Now the Eagles' chance to move back in front. Ann Arbor Pioneer in man-to-man defense. Bryce Washington drives left side. Oh, he wanted that one. Drew the contact from Sumaro. Had gotten past him, just not enough to get that off the glass and in. He'll be shooting 2. Bryce Washington off the mark. Early season jitters for the Eagles from the free throw line. In for the Eagles, number 20, Jacob Fergan. 0 for 2 from the stripe. Eagles remain down 1 here. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Cedric Benton tries to squeeze it down low. Tip pass ends up outside for Pioneer. Another long rebound for Pioneer. Jack Foster sends it to Samaro. He drives the key, kicks it out. Triple try from the right side is good for Jack Foster of Ann Arbor Pioneer. Shake and bake finger roll for Trenton Temple. Beautiful move up above the rim. Outside jumper long for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Quick lead pass, slam for number 21, Bryce Washington. Caleb Hunter saw him and got it to him right at the buzzer. Beautiful way to end the quarter for Southfield Christian, tying it up at 16. Great first quarter of action both ways. High flying drives, great outlet passes. Southfield Christian able to flush it a couple of times. Ann Arbor Pioneer inside, outside. Some super hustle both ways on defense. Looks like we're in for a good one, folks. Southfield Christian ties it up at the buzzer. Great inside and outside game both ways. We'll be right back with more action.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextstoprex.org.
Fantastic first quarter of action here to start the season. Game of the week coming at you from Ann Arbor Pioneer in Ann Arbor, Michigan. First game of the season for both these teams. Aggressive defense by Southfield Christian forces a turnover. Christian able to tie it up right at the buzzer at the end of the first quarter. We're starting fresh, 16 apiece. Bryce Washington driving hard left side. Lost the handle. He was looking for a call. He's not going to get it. Pioneers bring it back. With coaches substituting minimally. Downtown. Number 3, Drew Louder with the long triple for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Bryce Washington takes it to the hole. Can't quite gather himself. Ann Arbor Pioneer coming back the other way. Get a point guard who can launch it like Drew Louder. That makes him hard to cover. Caleb Hunter on the steal. Drives it, scores it. Great anticipation by the point guard from Southfield Christian. Louder drives left, nearly lost it, kicked it out. Left side, mid-range jumper won't go for number 10, Mac Powell. Caleb Hunter feeds it to Bryce Washington for the high-flying slam. Bryce Washington taking an elevator up to the rim and slamming it down. Caleb Hunter with all kinds of assists so far early in this game. Up and under, number 0, Mo Samaro gets called for the travel. Yeah, that pivot foot came down before he got off the pass. Caleb Hunter walking it up for Southfield Christian. Eagles up by 1. Hunter pulls up his dribble. Able to hand it off to Brock Washington. He drives right side, scoops it, won't go. Tipped up, scramble. Caleb Hunter comes up with it. Stolen back by Ann Arbor Pioneer. They find Cedric Benton down low. Nice outlet pass by Pioneer. Pioneers back up by 1. Flying left-handed floater won't go for Bryce Washington. Outlet pass for the triple won't go for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Tipped away. Here comes Southfield Christian after the steal. Pull up 3 from the left side is good. Number 1, Harlan Beverly with a smooth stroke. 3-pointer puts Southfield Christian up by 2. Southfield Christian trapped. Drew Lauder able to come away with it. 3-point attempt by Samaro is no good. Fighting for the rebound. Referees call a foul on Southfield Christian. Drew Lauder has got the handles. Looked like Southfield Christian had him tied up. He was able to get away from the double team and find an open man. Lauder in the corner. Pull up jumper left side, nothing but net. Drew Lauder, inside, outside. Tough point guard. 3-point attempt from the corner, no good for Southfield Christian. Pioneer boards it. Lauder on the drive, threw it up, looked like he was trying to alley-oop. No good, gets the board, gets it up and in. Number 3, Drew Lauder. Taking charge on the offensive end for Ann Arbor Pioneer. 3-pointer from the right side won't go. Cedric Benton on the board. He'll drive it. Kicks it to number 23, Will Kirk. His shot no good. Fighting for the rebound. Will Kirk actually going to the line. Fouled on that shot. His first no good. And our Pioneer back up by 2. We're midway through the second quarter. First game of the season for both these squads. No good on the second. Southfield Christian looking to tie it up. Caleb Hunter on the drive. Gets it up. Can't get the roll. Ann Arbor Pioneer boards it. Here comes Drew Lauder. Beautiful jump pass. He finds Noah Osabor. And on the inbounds pass, Mo Samaro with the steal. He's fouled in the act of shooting. He's going to the line shooting too. Southfield Christian. A little sloppy with their ball control. And our Pioneer taking advantage. Samaro makes the first. Puts Pioneer up by 5. Head coach Rex Stanzak for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Got to appreciate the defensive effort his team is putting in so far. Samaro makes them both. Caleb Hunter pushes it up for Southfield Christian. Trenton Temple spinning, going left. Can't get the shot, draws the foul. Osabor called for the foul. He's got 3 fouls. Coach Stanzak probably going to have to pull him out and save him for the second half. Trenton Temple makes the first, and indeed Osabor heads for the bench with his 3rd foul. He's replaced by Jack Fitzgerald. Trenton Temple, high arc, makes both free throws. Lauder slows it down for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Samaro drives, nearly stolen by Southfield Christian, back out to Lauder. Long range 3 won't go. This time drives, kicks it out. Samaro tries a 3 from the left side. That's no good. Ann Arbor Pioneer again comes up with an offensive board. Referee said he stepped on the line. Break for Southfield Christian. Let's see if they can take advantage. Nice drive by number 1, Harlan Beverly. Great body control, nice soft touch on the runner. Southfield Christian back within 2. Drew Louder not afraid to launch it. That one's off the mark. Bryce Washington driving. There was contact, no foul called. Looked like Ann Arbor Pioneer may have even tipped that out of bounds. Either way, refs give the ball to Pioneer. Here they come, up 2. Couldn't decide what to do. Cedric Benton says, I'll pull the trigger. He dumps it in for 2. Bryce Washington from the elbow. That's long. And our Pioneer looking for 3 more. Can't get it to go. Mo Samaro called for the foul, going for the rebound. There in the penalty. That sends Harlan Beverly to the line, 1-on-1. Ann Arbor Pioneer up 4. First free throw, no good. Boarded by Jack Fitzgerald. Drew Louder slows it down for Ann Arbor Pioneer. He's working on Caleb Hunter. Caleb Hunter tips it, recovered by Pioneer. Cross-court pass down low, good recovery by Southfield Christian, but Brock Washington going to get called for the contact. Coming in for the help defense. Yeah, he ran right into him. That sends number 23, Will Kirk, to the line. Kirk trying to dial it in after his first 2 were off the mark. Gets the roll here. Pioneer up by 5. Under 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Coach Josh Baker having a little discussion with Trenton Temple. Will Kirk makes them both. Caleb Hunter driving to the hole. A little shake and bake. Number 21, Jack Foster. Looked like he might have been sliding a little bit to the left, but referees thought he was set enough. He picks up the charging call. Foul on Caleb Hunter. Referee having a little discussion with Eagles coach Josh Baker. Pioneer just takes it out of bounds again. Cedric Benton with the ball out of high. Tight defense causes him to take a little extra step. Southfield Christian hanging around, looking to carve into this 6-point lead. Minute 33 to go here in the first half. First game of the season for both these teams. And these look like 2 talented teams that we'll be hearing a lot about this year. Bryce Washington penetrates, kicks it out. Drive from the left side won't go. That's Dejan Humphrey for Southfield Christian in the game. Mo Samaro slows it down for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Between the legs, shake and bake, not really going anywhere with it. This time it's able to penetrate on the left side, kicks it back out. Ann Arbor Pioneer being careful, looking for a good shot, not in any hurry. Looks like they're content with their 6-point lead right now. Drive by Cedric Benton. Draws contact. That's Harlan Beverly. Picking up the foul for Southfield Christian. Josh Baker looking for the right combination here. Ann Arbor Pioneer back at the line. They're up 6. Shooting 1-1 with Cedric Benton. His is off the mark. Caleb Hunter with the ball. Dribble drive. Scoop scores. Caleb Hunter with a beautiful move into the lane. Cuts it to a 4-point lead. Ann Arbor Pioneer looking for that last good shot. Southfield Christian looking for a stop. Beautiful jumper floater for Will Kirk. Great crossover to get open, and then he's able to get that off-balance jumper to go. What fantastic action we had here in the first half from Ann Arbor Pioneer. 2 really good-looking high school basketball teams. High-flying. Lots of work up by the rim. Lots of beautiful drives. Lots of beautiful penetration. What's the second half going to bring? We'll be right back.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. What? Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Second half action on tap here from Ann Arbor Pioneer High School. 2 very good high school basketball teams mixing it up. First game of the year. Southfield Christian coming out looking to carve into that 6-point lead. Bryce Washington penetrates, tries to work it down low, stolen by Pioneer. Left-handed drive won't go. That was Cedric Benton hitting the deck. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Southfield Christian. Eagles playing aggressive. Quick substitution here early in the third quarter. Dejan Humphrey in the game for Southfield Christian. Shot tipped up, blocked. Dejan Humphrey playing good D for his coach. Kicked out of bounds by Ann Arbor Pioneer. Good hustle by Dejan Humphrey. Humphrey only a freshman. Caleb Hunter, point guard for the Eagles. Shaking, baking. Kicks it right. Nice drive by number 10, Trenton Temple. Sliced into the key and got it up and in. Long three-pointer for number 3, Drew Louder. Tough man to cover when he can make threes like that. Southfield Christian looking for the quick answer. Dejan Hunter working hard, going for his own rebound. Can't get either shot to go. Ann Arbor Pioneer moving back the other way. Driving through the lane, gets the roll, number 3, Drew Louder. He'll extend you with the 3 and then drive it. Caleb Hunter with a nice drive on the left side, can't get it to go. Long outlet for number 11 was Jack Fitzgerald. That's rejected. Bryce Washington, right side, gets the roll. Furious up and down action. Drew Louder slowing it down, setting it up for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Drives, scoops on the right side, no good. Harlan Beverly with the board behind the back. He's driving. Looking for an open man. Finds it. Trenton Temple with the stuff. Beautiful dish by Harlan Beverly. Trenton Temple with the finish. Long triple try for Louder. Won't go. Caleb Hunter gets it up. Bryce Washington with a two-handed flush. Southfield Christian all about up at the rim right now. Working hard. They've cut it back to a 3-point lead. Ann Arbor Pioneer wants a timeout. 5:36 here to go in the third. Pioneer slowing it down, trying to stop the onslaught from Southfield Christian. Hey fans, check out the Southfield Multimedia Services YouTube channel. There you can find episodes of Cable 15 News, Business Matters, The Author's Den, and of course the Game of the Week. Southfield Multimedia Services on YouTube. We are seeing some high-flying high school basketball action here tonight. First game of the year. Ann Arbor Pioneer. Deep. Lots of talented players. Coach Rex Stanzak has to like what he's seen from his crew, and Coach Josh Baker for Southfield Christian. Gotta love the spark when he put in Dejan Humphrey. Little instant defense. And all of a sudden, Southfield Christian pushing it. See if they can keep up the pressure. Drew Lauder having a game for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Can make the triple, and he's good going to the rack. Pass inside, stolen by Southfield Christian. Quick outlet. Trenton Temple on the layup. He's fouled by number 1 Cedric Benton. Benton hustling back on defense. Stopped the drive, but picks up the foul. Trenton Temple off the mark on his first free throw. Good D by Cedric Benton. You're going to go for the block. Just make sure he doesn't get the shot off. Temple able to get the bounce on his second free throw. We've got a 2-point ball game. Drew Lauder very confident in that point position. Samaro stopped on the drive baseline. Drew Lauder walks it back out, resets. Caleb Hunter checking him. 3-point attempt from the right corner won't go. Boarded by Harlan Beverly. Trenton Temple driving, gets it up and in. Great job keeping the ball up high where it couldn't be messed with, and he gets the shot off and gets it to go. We're tied up at 40. Drew Lauder trying to force it into his big man, Noah Osabor. Saw the mismatch with Caleb Hunter. Hunter nearly comes up with a steal, but he is called for the contact. Good recognition by Lauder. Nice quick feed. First shot wouldn't go for Cedric Benton. He tips in his own rebound and gets it to go. Brock Washington blocked by Benton. Here comes Benton the other way. Drives, dishes, rejected by Harlan Beverly. Coach Josh Baker not happy with the initial call. Ann Arbor Pioneer with an injured player. We'll be right back.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextstoprex.org.
Unfortunately for Ann Arbor Pioneer, number 1 Cedric Benton rolled his ankle on that last play. He's been taken to the bench. We'll see if he's able to return. Southfield Christian in their half-court set. Caleb Hunter with a long 3. Won't go. Long board by Drew Lauder. Mo Sumaro with the ball on the right side. He's hounded by Trenton Temple. Able to drive baseline and kick it out. 3-point attempt from the left side won't go. Brock Washington with a long board. Getting up in the air. penetration, kick out. Bryce Washington's three-pointer won't go. Boarded by Noah Osabor. Big outlet pass, a little too big for number 23, Will Kirk. Kirk had broken free. If that pass wasn't too long, he had a wide open shot. Number 1, Harlan Beverly bringing it up for the Eagles. Southfield Christian down 2. Beverly with the drive. Left side couldn't get it to go. Here comes Drew Lauder for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Southfield Christian. Matchup man-to-man. Jack Foster in the game for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Osabor sets the pick. Drew Lauder finishes with a drive. Floating right-hander. Tough player to defend. And he can shoot it from the outside and drive it like that. Harlan Beverly handling point for the Eagles. Brock Washington blocked by Noah Osabor. Pass up. Osabor with the body control. Gets it to go from the left side. Ann Arbor Pioneer back up by 6. Trenton Temple with a quick penetration on the right side. Gets the shot off. He's fouled. Temple shooting 2. Just under 2 to go here in the third quarter. Ann Arbor Pioneers been up by a couple or up to 6 points for the last quarter. See if the loss of Cedric Benton, who hurt his ankle, is going to affect their play down the stretch. Number 20, Jacob Fergan, back in for Southfield Christian. Trenton Temple at the line. Gets the bounce. Cuts it to a 5-point lead. Drew Lauder. Seems like he's had the ball in his hands all game. Shake and bake left side, drives it, kicks it back out. This time stolen by Southfield Christian. All the way to the rack. Can't get it to go. Harlan Beverly on the steal and the drive. Couldn't get his dunk to go down, but he does get the foul called on Mo Samaro. Good hustle back by Samaro. At least he can say he stopped the dunk. Harlan Beverly at the line, shooting 2. Southfield Christian hanging around, trying to get it back to within a couple of possessions. Beverly gets the second. It's a 4-point game. Minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. Drew Lauder behind the back. Jumper from the free throw line, no good. Nice rebound, nice outlet. Spin move, up, won't go. Fergan on the board. Knocked out of bounds off Southfield Christian. It's Ann Arbor Pioneer basketball. Danico Harris in the game for Ann Arbor Pioneer, seeing his first action. Drives it, kicks it out, right side for the three-pointer, no good. Boarded there by Dejan Humphrey. Brock Washington drives left side, won't go. He's called for the offensive foul. This time number 21, Jack Foster, definitely appeared to have the position. Brock Washington got up in the air, made the contact, gets the call. 4-point game, just under a minute to go here in the third quarter. versatile Cable 15 camera crew doing a great job as always. Tough defense from the Eagles forces a turnover. Caleb Hunter back in. He penetrates right side, blocked out of bounds by number 3, Drew Lauder. Drew Lauder, just a sophomore. Playing with a lot of confidence and maturity right now. Trenton Temple stopped on the drive. Christian resets. Long three-point attempt by Caleb Hunter won't go. Ann Arbor Pioneer driving the other way. Pull-up jumper from Lauder won't go, boarded by Trenton Temple. Temple on the drive, denied. His shot won't go. Fergan on the board for Southfield Christian. Fight for it. Out of bounds off Pioneer. 15 seconds to go here in the third. Quick look at Rex Stanzak, the coach for Pioneer, and Josh Baker, the coach for Southfield Christian. Southfield Christian not able to get the ball in. Foul called, fighting for position. Looks like that call was on Dejan Humphrey. That turns it over to Pioneer. They'll look to get a last shot. Drew Lauder bringing it up against Dejan Humphrey. Sophomore against freshman. Drew Lauder pulls up. Three-pointer top the key won't go. Southfield Christian boards it. Not enough time to get a shot off. Slicing away, hanging around. Southfield Christian now down 4, heading into the fourth quarter. Drew Lauder just doing it all for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Great hustling defense from the Southfield Christian Eagles is keeping them in the ball game. And some timely shooting. Lots of hard work on the offensive glass both ways. And again, Drew Lauder. Lot to handle. Trenton Temple, lot to handle. We're coming back with the fourth quarter.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
All right, fans, here we go with the fourth quarter. Coming to you from Ann Arbor Pioneer High School in Ann Arbor, Michigan. The Pioneers have held on to a slim margin for most of the game. Southfield Christian hanging around, playing tough defense. Nice pass underneath. Kick out for the triple from the left side won't go. Bryce Washington comes down with the board. He'll push it. Tipped by Ann Arbor Pioneer. Bryce Washington gets it back, shoots it, scores it. Bryce Washington, so long, so smooth. Always able to seem to penetrate and slice through the defenders. Southfield Christian now in a 1-2-2 or 2-3 zone. Different look, switching things up on Pioneer. Cross-court pass, three-pointer from the left side, no good. Bryce Washington blew a tire. Drew Lauder comes up with the board, shoots it, and scores it for 2. Caleb Hunter saw an opening, drove left. Couldn't get his layup to go. Drew Lauder caught the ball out of bounds. Jacob Fergan working the offensive glass. He's replaced Trenton Temple in the game. Brock Washington in the game. Caleb Hunter. And some PT number 1, Harlan Beverly. He's a sophomore for Southfield Christian. And also in number 0, Dejan Humphrey, just a freshman. Humphrey hustling for the ball. He's able to draw a foul from Ann Arbor Pioneer. Scrambling for it, they call number 21, Jack Foster. Humphrey had just enough position to get that foul called. Here comes Caleb Hunter for the Eagles of Southfield Christian. Penetrates, as he is so good at doing. Kicks it out for the three-point attempt from the left side. Count the bucket. Three-pointer for Dejan Humphrey, and he's going to the line and one. Just enough contact from Jack Foster. He knew it. Foster was just hoping he wouldn't make the shot. Shot goes, free throw goes. 4-point play for Dejan Humphrey. And we're all tied up at 48. 6.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Whole new ball game. Mo Samaro double teamed by Southfield Christian. Looking for somewhere to get rid of it. Long cross court, intercepted by Temple. Hands off to Caleb Hunter, tries to go behind the back. Drew Louder knocks it out of bounds. Louder claiming Caleb Hunter kicked it out of bounds. Referee discussing it with the scorers table. Might have been a possession arrow issue. That's cleared up. Pass down low, stolen by Drew Louder. Here he comes right side. Shake and bake, can't get it to go. Follow up is good. Mo Samaro, right man at the right time for the Pioneers. Caleb Hunter drives, scoops, can't get it to go. Brock Washington working hard in the offensive glass, but it goes out of bounds. Pioneers basketball. Caleb Hunter able to drive, penetrate almost at will. Now he's looking to finish some of those drives. Drew Louder kicks it to Samaro. He crosses over, drives the lane, short jumper, can't get the bounce. Ann Arbor Christian comes up with it. Trenton Temple drove it all the way to the hole, lost control, no foul called. Out of bounds, Ann Arbor Pioneer basketball, 5.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Drew Louder walking it up for the Pioneers. He's played a great all-around game. Kicks it out to Samaro for the three-pointer, and it's good. Left side beyond the arc. Ann Arbor Pioneer up by 5. Caleb Hunter shaking, baking, resets. Between the legs, gets it to Bryce Washington. Three-point attempt. Foul called on Noah Osabor. He thought he had the block. Bryce Washington's going to be shooting 3 free throws. That was the 5th foul on number 24, Noah Osabor. Ann Arbor Pioneer losing their big man for the rest of the game. They already also lost number 1, Cedric Benton, to an ankle injury. All of a sudden, their front line is getting a little thin. Southfield Christian has not had a good night at the stripe tonight. Bryce Washington has 2 more, gets the second. Crowd politely quieting down for Bryce Washington. He gets the third, 2 out of 3. Southfield Christian within 3 points. Drew Louder not in any hurry for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Penetrates, slides, scoops, scores. Drew Louder. Right down the middle. Got past Caleb Hunter. And Southfield Christian not able to provide the help D they needed. Referee making the call. Turnover to Ann Arbor Pioneer. Kick out to the right side for a 3-pointer. Gets the bounce, number 21, Jack Foster. Drew Louder draws such a crowd when he drives. He knows he's got people open. Foul called on Ann Arbor Pioneer. Blocking foul, no shot. Said that contact was before he got the shot off, and indeed, he came down with it before he got back up. At the line shooting free throws for Southfield Christian is number 10, Trenton Temple. Pioneers in the bonus. Front end of the one-on-one. No good. Brock Washington comes up with the board. Bryce Washington drives. Underhand scoop. Fergan working for the board. Can't get it. Southfield Christian doing a great job crashing the boards, but losing the handle too often. Not sure that ball was ever out of bounds, but refs made the call. Ann Arbor Pioneer basketball. Halfway through the fourth quarter. Louder penetration machine for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Caleb Hunter trying to stay with him. Little hand check foul called. Tough call at this stage of the game. Eagles still had a foul to give. Ann Arbor Pioneer ball out of bounds. Pioneers up by 8. Drive by number 11. Jack Fitzgerald got to the rack, couldn't finish. Nice pump fake. Brock Washington with the offensive board. Working hard. He's going to be going to the line for a couple. Again, Southfield Christian working hard on the offensive board. Coming up with a board. Not able to come up with the basket. We'll see if Washington can knock down a couple of free throws. 3.5 to go. Eagles looking for a spark. Brock Washington hits the first. And the second. Eagles starting to dial it in at the free throw line. That could be big. Let's see what happens. Drew Louder down the floor in the corner. 3-pointer won't go for Samaro. Bryce Washington spinning, loses the handle. Working hard to try and save it was Dejan Humphrey. Sprawled across the floor. Tipped the ball while he was just out of bounds. Caleb Hunter tips it away. Number 11, Jack Fitzgerald inbounding it for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Timeout called by Ann Arbor Pioneer. 3:12 to go. They're holding on to a 6-point lead over the Eagles of Southfield Christian. Fans, you can follow Cable 15 Sports on Twitter to find out when the next game will be covered, the time the game will air, scores, highlights. It's all there at hashtag Cable 15 Sports. And then if you're already on Twitter, check out Cable 15 Sports Instagram page to see photos of the game. Hashtag Cable 15 Sports. Ann Arbor Pioneers down 2 big men, but they're still able to maintain that 6-point cushion. Southfield Christian's been working tremendously hard on the boards, especially on the offensive end, and just not getting a lot of payback for all that effort. Head coach Josh Baker looking for the right combination here. He's still got time. 3:12 to go, down 6. Coming to you from Ann Arbor Pioneer High School in Ann Arbor, Michigan. The school in this court is located just kitty corner to the Big House, University of Michigan football stadium. Bryce Washington trying to get the tip. Gets the call. Southfield Christian still had a foul to give. They've been playing a aggressive but under control second half of basketball. 23 for Ann Arbor Pioneers, Will Kirk. He'll send it in. Gets the ball back, and of course they get it as quick as possible into the hands of Drew Lauder. Sophomore point guard having a game. Drives, floater won't go. Boarded by number 10, Trenton Temple. Lauder tries to tie him up. He gets the foul call. Coach Baker loves the opportunity to score points with the clock stopped. Trenton Temple at the line. Southfield Christian keeping everybody else back on defense. Temple gets the first. Now they bring the Washington brothers in, looking for that long offensive board if Temple can't get his free throw down. Trenton Temple makes 2. 4-point game, just under 3 to go. Southfield Christian now with the double team. Hustling by number 0, Dejan Humphrey. He picks up the foul call. Nice behind the back spin move by Drew Lauder. Both players hit the deck. Lauder's at the line. Doesn't get the front end of the one-on-one. Here comes Bryce Washington to Caleb Hunter. He drives. No basket. Called for the offensive foul. Just a little bit of a push-off, a little bit of an elbow in there. Tough call since Lauder was on the move too, but Caleb Hunter gets the offensive foul call. And just like that, Dejan Humphrey picks up a foul. Trying to squeeze Lauder out of bounds. A little contact, just a little contact. No, there's a lot of contact. Foul on Humphrey. Lauder at the line. Can't get the front end of this one-on-one. Fouls are paying off for Ann Arbor Pioneer, or for Southfield Christian. Bryce Washington drives, pulls up, little jumper won't go. Again, Brock Washington there for the offensive glass, but this time Ann Arbor Pioneer comes up with it. Mo Sumaro pulling down the board for the Pioneers. Drew Lauder slowing it down now. Burning a little clock, up by 4. 3-point attempt from the left side long. Caleb Hunter on the board. He draws a foul. Point guard for Southfield Christian, number 2, Caleb Hunter. Name very familiar to basketball fans here in Southeast Michigan. Pops the first, can't get the roll. Southfield Christian still down 4. Still with enough time on the clock. Hunter no good. Beautiful rebound by Trenton Temple, and he gets the short jumper to go. Southfield Christian cuts it to a 2-point lead 2:05 to go here in the fourth quarter. Timeout on the floor. Fans, Cable 15 Sports covers all of your sports action in football, basketball, swimming, volleyball, baseball, and wrestling. And coming soon, watch for our new show, Follow the Season. This is going to be a behind-the-scenes look at one of your local teams, all the players, the coaches, the entire staff as they reach for glory. Follow the Season, coming soon to Southfield Multimedia Services Sports. Cable 15 Sports, your home for the game of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in finding out what's going on in the Southfield community and learning how things get decided, every other Monday at 7 p.m., the Southfield City Council meeting is shown right here on Cable 15 and right after your Monday Game of the Week. Southfield City Council meetings every other Monday, 7 o'clock right here on Cable 15. Ann Arbor Pioneer down 2 big men, 1 to an injury, 1 to 5 fouls. Point guard number 3, Drew Louder, trying to keep them in it. Southfield Christian has cut it down to a 2-point lead. Will Kirk gets it into Louder. Tipped. Saved. No, knocked out of bounds by Ann Arbor Pioneer. Turnover back to Southfield Christian. Full court press paying dividends. Brock Washington will send it in for the Eagles. Gets it to Caleb Hunter. Hands to Trenton Temple. He drives left side. No basket. Foul called on Ann Arbor Pioneers. Stops the clock once again. Definitely a push by number 11, Jack Fitzgerald, as Temple was driving. Trenton Temple getting it heated up at the free throw line. It's a 1-point game. Dejan Humphrey in the game for Southfield Christian. Temple swishes both. Tie ball game, 1:54 to go. Pioneer, nice break of the press. Cross court pass, dangerous. Louder comes up with it. Jumper from the elbow is good. Drew Louder with the answer. Drive on the right side, little jumper won't go. Scramble underneath. Back out, Bryce Washington for 3 won't go. Ann Arbor Pioneer boards it. Mo Samaro able to get it to Drew Louder. Pioneer up by 2, double team at half court. Referee saw contact, calls the foul. Southfield Christian looked like they had executed the half-court trap. Just too much contact. Number 3, Drew Louder, going to the line. Mo Samaro, Jack Fitzgerald on the blocks for Ann Arbor Pioneer. In the game for Southfield Christian, number 4, Noah Recker. Freshman, getting some quality time here at the end of a very close ball game. Number 23 for Ann Arbor Pioneer is Will Kirk. Solid frame on him. He's had a good game for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Referee clearing up a substitution issue. Drew Lauder money at the free throw line for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Gets them both. It's a 4-point lead for the Pioneers. Southfield Christian needs a sense of urgency now. Coming up on a minute to go here in the fourth quarter. Trenton Temple with the ball control launch from the right side. Gets it to go. Ann Arbor Pioneer harassed, able to get it out. Get it in the hands of Drew Lauder, their point guard. He's going to dribble around and try and burn some clock. Southfield Christian knows they got a double team. Need a stop. Ann Arbor Pioneer calls a timeout, sensing the double team danger coming from the Eagles. Fans, you can now watch Cable 15 anywhere you have internet access. Just go to the City of Southfield's website, click on Cable 15, and hit the Cable 15 Live tab. Watch Cable 15 Live on your mobile device, tablet, or computer. Cable 15, your home for the game of the week and lots of other great programs. Take it with you in your briefcase with Cable 15 Live. Ann Arbor Pioneer hanging on to a 2-point lead. 39 seconds to go. They've got possession. Southfield Christian looking for that all-important stop. Fantastic basketball game. This is the first game of the year for these two teams, and they're playing like it's the playoffs. Pioneer able to get it in. Drew Lauder gets the ball, fouled instantly by number 4, Noah Recker. Drew Lauder, 2 for 2 last time. We'll see what he can do at the line this time. Also in the game for Southfield Christian, Bryce and Brock Washington. Lauder misses the first. Number 10 is Trenton Temple. Number 0 is Dejan Humphrey. Lauder makes the second. 3-point ball game. Still a 1-possession game. Whistle on the floor. We've got another timeout. Southfield Christian coach Josh Baker taking a 30-second timeout here to get it together. Get his plan in place for the final 37 seconds. Hey fans, check out our YouTube channel, Southfield Multimedia Services. There you can find episodes of Channel 15 News, Cable 15 News, Business Matters, The Author's Den, and of course the Game of the Week at Southfield Multimedia Services Sports. YouTube, your home for all the great programs here from Cable 15. 35.6 seconds to go. Southfield Christian with the ball. Looking for offense now. Trenton Temple had a great game. He's bringing it up. Drives, hands off to Bryce. Washington, that is. Trenton Temple with the twisting jumper. Looked like there had to be some contact there. Couldn't get the call. Drew Lauder gets the ball. He's double teamed. He gets the call. He's going to the free throw line. Tough no call for Trenton Temple on that last drive. Reset. We're in the same spot we were now, just with 21 seconds to go. Drew Lauder comes up short on the first free throw. Southfield Christian needs to be efficient. Lauder makes the second, makes it a 4-point game. Southfield Christian needs some instant points. Brock Washington drives, shoots, scores, 2 points, good. 2-point ball game, 12 seconds to go. Timeout on the floor. Southfield Christian did just what they needed to do, a quick bucket. Now they need a quick stop. Fans, you know Cable 15 Sports covers all of your sports action in football, basketball, swimming, volleyball, baseball, and wrestling. Coming soon, you can watch for our new show, Follow the Season. This is going to be a behind-the-scenes look at one of your local teams, the players, the coaches, as they reach for glory. Follow the Season, coming soon to Cable 15 Sports. Well, we've been treated to a fantastic game here. First game of the year for these two teams, coming to you from Ann Arbor Pioneer High School, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Southfield Christian Eagles, always a talented squad. Coach Josh Baker always setting himself up for the long playoff run. Eagles always a factor in Division III. Ann Arbor Pioneer with a really talented team. Hanging tough considering they lost two of their big men, one to an injury and one to foul trouble. Hanging on to a 2-point lead, Ann Arbor Pioneer has the ball. Pioneer gets it in to Drew Louder. Sophomore point guard Louder from Ann Arbor Pioneers had a fantastic game. Shooting 2 free throws. Christian did a good job of getting that foul quickly. Only took 2 seconds off the clock. Louder off the mark again on the first free throw. Coach Rex Stanzak saying, give me a free throw. Can't get it. 2-point game. Here comes Southfield Christian. Under 10 seconds to go. Trenton Temple driving. Running into an Ann Arbor Pioneer defender. That is number 0, Mo Samaro. Power forward. Trenton Temple gets the offensive foul call. Push off with the right hand. And that was a huge turnaround for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Instant foul by Southfield Christian. But that offensive foul call could have been the dagger. The Pioneers up 2 at the free throw line, just 3 seconds to go. This time it's Mo Samaro. If he can get both of these, he can ice it for Ann Arbor Pioneer. Southfield Christian hoping for a miss, so they've got a chance to tie it on a 3-pointer. Samaro makes the first. It's a 3-point lead. And the second, Mo Samaro comes through. Clutch free throws for Ann Arbor Pioneer. 3 seconds to go. They've got a 2-possession lead, up 4. Timeout called on the floor. Full timeout. Coaches are using those timeouts. Hey fans, for all of you who are interested in the Southfield community and seeing how things get decided by your local government, every other Monday at 7 p.m., the Southfield City Council meeting is broadcast right here on Cable 15, right after your Monday game of the week. See who your leaders are and what the priorities are for Southfield City government right here every other Monday at 7 p.m. for the Southfield City Council meeting. Just 3 ticks left on the clock for Southfield Christian. They've got possession, but they find themselves down 4. Needing a miracle. Although they did have a 4-point play earlier in the game, it can happen. If they can get a good outlet pass and get a good look at a 3, you never know. Number 10, Trenton Temple, is going to send it in for Southfield Christian. Quick in. Long 3-point attempt is no good, and Ann Arbor Pioneer comes out on top with a fantastic game to start the season here in 2016-17. Southfield Christian fought hard all game, couldn't get the drops down the stretch. Trenton Temple was the scoring leader for Southfield Christian, 24 points and 7 boards. Bryce Washington always a factor with 14 points. And Caleb Hunter playing a strong game at point guard, 6 points and 5 assists. Ann Arbor Pioneers spread the scoring around. Mo Samaro had 13 points. Cedric Benton had 8, and your player of the game, was there any doubt? Number 3 point guard for Ann Arbor Pioneer, Drew Lauder, had the ball in his hands most of the game, scored 24 points inside and outside, knocking down the threes, handling the ball, dishing it out, came up with 5 rebounds, also had 5 dimes. Just a super all-around great game for Drew Lauder of the Ann Arbor Pioneers. Blocking shots on defense too. Drew Lauder, have a game, sophomore from Ann Arbor Pioneer. Lots of fantastic action all game long. High flying, bombs from downtown, defensive stops, stuff after stuff for the Eagles of Southfield Christian. Inside and outside, threes were raining. And just heads-up ball both ways. Lots of offensive glass work. Super Bowl game to start the year. Tough one for the Eagles. For Cable 15 Sports, I'm Matt Hervella. We'll see you next time on the Game of the Week.